Okay, so yeah. Hi, hello everyone. Am I audible to you guys? Just let me know through your comments. Are we visible, properly audible? All good? All right. Okay, so shall we start? Perfect. So here today we have Richa ma'am. She is part of the Symbiosis community. She has done her BA LLB from Nirma University and then her LLM from NLIU Bhopal. And today she's going to take you uh, through the entire process of how SLS is going to work from now, considering that they have changed their exam cycle. And what are the important factors that you should be taking forward while you go ahead with your application and your preparation. So, all over to you, ma'am. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So should I share my screen and
Yes,
present the PPT? Yeah.
yes, please do.
I hope the PPT is visible to all of you. Is it visible? Yes.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Perfect.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. I am Professor Richa Dwivedi, working as an assistant professor at Symbiosis Law School, Pune. So as the introduction has already been given, we'll be talking about SLAT today. So I hope most of you know what SLAT is all about, but for anybody who is very new to this idea of SLAT, I'll tell you that this is a national level exam and a unique law admission test that has been designed specifically to get admission in Symbiosis Law Schools. Okay, so this particular exam is applicable to get admission in the four institutes of Symbiosis Law School that are located at Pune, Noida, Hyderabad, and Nagpur. Now, since till last year, we used to have this exam in the month of May, just like all other law entrance exams takes place in the month of May or June or at max or as early as April. But from this year onwards, we have changed the exam cycle and we are conducting this entrance exam in the year 2024, that is in the month of December 2024 for the session that will be starting in the next year, that is the batch that will be starting from 2025 to 2030. So the classes will commence from July 2025 only. However, the test that we are conducting for that is going to be conducted in the year in the month December 2024. Now, this SLAT is a mandatory exam to get admission in the Symbiosis Law School. In all the four Symbiosis Law schools, if you want to get admission, SLAT is a mandatory exam, which is done in CBT mode, which means it is a computer-based test. So you will be allotted a center and there you'll have to go and appear for the test. Now we'll see what kind of dates that we have chosen for. Now, this is a very unique kind of an exam or entrance examination. Why? Because this is designed in such a way that you are given two attempts to appear for the exam, and the dates are given here. That is 13th of December 2024, which is a Friday, and 15th December 2024, which is Sunday. And out of these two attempts, we choose the best of the two attempts. Now, these two attempts are although not mandatory for everybody, you can opt for either one of the exam dates or both of the exam dates while filling the form. And if there is anybody who's opting for both the exam dates, the best of the two attempts will be considered. Now, why is it unique and how is it unique is that everybody gets a chance to improve upon their score in the second attempt. Now, since you all must be in a very anxious state while giving exam, there are sometimes when you know things but you are unable to correctly mark the answers in maybe the first attempt or maybe in the second attempt. So these two attempts will give you an extra opportunity to get through Symbiosis Law School. Now, moving towards the type of programs, UG programs that we offer in Symbiosis, there are four programs that we offer. One is BA LLB Honors, BBA LLB Honors, and then there is plain BA LLB and BBA LLB. Now, as far as Symbiosis Law School Pune is concerned, we offer only the honors courses, that is BA LLB Honors and BBA LLB Honors. While the other three institutes located at Noida, Hyderabad, and Nagpur, they offer plain BA LLB and BBA LLB program. Now, this Symbiosis Law School Pune, although it's a big name already out there, and you all know, you all must be aware about this particular institution. But for more clarity, I'll explain that Symbiosis Law School Pune is a flagship institution. That means it was the first of its own kind in the law domain, which got established in Pune. Later on, considering the geographical location and the geographical benefits that the students will get because of the Supreme Court being there in Delhi, we have established Symbiosis Law School Noida. And then we have established SLS Hyderabad and Nagpur, because it is now becoming a commercial hub, and a lot of companies are getting established in these places. So every locality has its own advantages here wherever the institutes are located. Now we'll dive into the fact that why have we changed the timeline for conducting SLAT. Now there are various benefits for this new timeline. One is that the students will be getting more time to prepare. Why am I saying that you will be getting more time to prepare for the examination? Is because usually if we conduct the examination in the month of May, you get disturbed during your board examination. Uh, you are under a confusion that should you prioritize first? Is it your board examination or this entrance exam preparation? Because the syllabus for both are different. Okay, so now here, because we have preponed the examination, we have scheduled it beforehand, so you can full-fledgedly prepare for SLAT examination right now. And then maybe after you are done with your examination and your personal interviews and everything of this process, you can focus on your board examination. So this SLAT admission or SLS admission will get over in between the time period of your pre-boards to boards. Now, there is second thing that clashes usually with exams is other law school admission tests. So usually most of the law schools conduct their exams in the month of May or June only. To avoid that clash and to avoid that chaos for you, we have thought that we will be postponing the timeline to December, which will give you added advantage of maximum time which you can utilize for the preparation of the syllabus. Now I'll take you through the important dates. So there are official mock tests that are being conducted. First mock test for SLAT has already been conducted on the 6th of October. There is another mock test that is scheduled on 24th of October. So those who have not yet signed, you can definitely go for this particular mock test, as it will familiarize you with the kind of questions that come for the SLAT examination. Not only familiarizing with the pattern, but also it will point out your weak points so that you will have sufficient time wherein you can work upon that. Now the next is the last day to register for SLAT 2025, which is 22nd November 2024. So we have opened up the registration way back in August, and the last day to register for SLAT is 22nd November. So those of you who have not registered yet, you still have time to register for SLAT 2025. The admit cards for the exam will be available by 3rd December, and their test dates, as already told by me, are 13th December and 15th December. There are different dates for institute-wise payments. Now, you should be very mindful of this. Just filling the SLAT form is not sufficient. You are supposed to fill the institute-wise, you'll have to pay the institute fees also in order to be eligible to get admission in any of the institutions. So there are separate fees for the 4 institutions that are there. So if you have not paid for them, you still have time from 20th December to 27th December to pay for these institute fees also, if you have already registered for SLAT. Now, those who have not registered, you can register now, and you can also pay the institute-wise fees also. For individual dates, you can refer to their individual websites. The result for SLAT will come on 26th of December 2024, and then we will have shortlisting based on the marks of the SLAT, and the shortlisting will be published on individual websites. You can go to individual websites for all of 4 law schools, and you can check the specific dates for all the law schools. Then the shortlisted students, those who have been shortlisted after the SLAT examination, will be called for PI, that is the personal interview. Now, this personal interview is basically conducted to check the personal attributes of the person. So here, whatever you have done in your school level, that is all the co-curricular, extracurricular activities, all those will make a difference. Your personality, your knowledge, your communication skills, all those will make a difference in the personal interviews conducted to check the same. After conducting the personal interview, the final merit list will be published on the website, and for that also you can check the websites of the individual institution. The publication will start from 17th January 2025 to 24th January 2025. And then accordingly, you'll have to pay the fees, and there are last date of admission. And if at all there is any vacancy, then only the second merit list or any further merit list will be published. It is completely dependent on availability. Okay, so it is not necessary or mandatory that we will be publishing the second merit list. If the seats are full in the first merit list, there will be no second merit list. Otherwise, the second merit list may be released, and the classes will commence from first week of July. So we have only preponed the entrance test dates, but we have not preponed the session. The session will start from that very month, that is July 2025. Now, as you have would have understood that you have got sufficient time now. So the exam is on 13th of December and 15th of December 2024. So from today also, if we count, you still have 2 months to study and to prepare for the exam. So now you are supposed to utilize this time for planning your study, that what is the syllabus, understanding what the syllabus is. You'll have to plan accordingly. You'll have to create a proper timetable. Most important thing for clearing this exam is that your concepts must be clear. Mugging up is not a key, so you should work on your concepts. Second is that as we are providing you with certain mock tests, you should appear for those mock tests also, which will help you in question solving, and which will increase your question solving ability also within the timeline. Then you should focus on daily practice, and the most important thing is that you should read current affairs. So one of the aspects of this, or one of the part of this particular test, that is a SLAT exam, is general knowledge, wherein more focus is given on the current affairs. And you can also side by side prepare for the personal interaction also. So you should know how to present yourself during an interview. Now, there is an important note given on the screen that there will be no written ability test. Now, since last 2 years, we have done away with this written ability test. Now, we do not ask for your writing ability. So, you should solely focus on the personal interview. There is no writing ability test that is going to take place this time as well. Now, definitely some would have decided that you have want to pursue law since long. Okay, and that is why you would have started preparing for SLAT exam or any other exam also. There must be some people who would have initially decided, maybe you would have come to know about law as a career option only recently. And there may be some people who maybe after this webinar or recently they would have started preparing. So all three levels of students, those who have started preparing, those who are on the midway of preparation, or those who are done with preparation, you need not worry. You should keep doing what you are doing right now. Those who have started preparation just now, you have to plan very smart. You will have to see, you will have to understand what is the syllabus. You will have to understand what kind of questions are asked and which can be done by attempting mock. And then you should rigorously practice daily, because the competition is really high. Okay, but we cannot say that because you have started just now, you do not have any scope. You will definitely have a scope of clearing the SLAT exam and clearing the cutoff. Those who are on the midway of preparation, I'll give you a suggestion to read current affairs daily, because that is one thing that gets updated, and daily practice is the key for everybody. Those who have just started or those who have done the preparation also. You're also supposed to attempt mock tests and practice daily, so that you do not lag behind on any of the parts. Now, this is the SLAT registration process. The details of this are given on the individual website also. First of all, you'll have to visit the settest.org and click on the register tab. You'll have to complete the registration form. Now, please be mindful while registering for SLAT examination. You should fill all your personal details carefully, because you will not get a chance to change them at a later point of time. And more specifically, your email IDs and your mobile number, because all the information are given through email and SMS only. Now, for that authentication, you are being sent an OTP, so that we can verify your email and SMS also. So we have taken care of it from our side, but you should also be very careful while filling all the details. then you're supposed to pay the SLAT fees. Then there are certain documents that you need to upload. So upload the documents. If you are applying under a category, you need to apply the category documents. And if not, then you can skip that part, and then you'll have to apply for programs. As I told you that there are different programs offered by different institutions. So be careful if you want to opt for all the institution or a specific institution or a specific program, you'll have to select that and pay the fees accordingly. Now, coming to top reasons why you should go for Symbiosis Law. I would say that because it is a pathway to global legal success. Now, internationalization or global industry are evolving daily and on hourly basis, rather, I'll say. So you should be ready for that. And Symbiosis Law School Pune prepares you for that global success. Okay, now I'll give you a brief about Symbiosis Law School Pune. So it has consistently ranked in the top 5 or 10 colleges in India, being a private college. So the NIRF ranking, that is the National Institute Ranking Framework, in the year 2024, we have got the fifth rank, and all the so that is the first private institution which has got such a rank in NIRF ranking. Then in IIRF ranking, we stand first in the year 2024, and in the week's ranking in 2023, because we do not have the ranking for 2024 right now. So it was a fifth, it stood at fifth. Now there are other unique features of this particular uh, college or institution, that is that there is a structured curriculum development. So the curriculum is structured in such a way with stakeholder engagement, that is the industry engagement, the legal industry engagement, so that we periodically review the curriculum and make it up to date as per the industry requirement. Then we have an excellence center called Skalsar, which is focused on policy and legal education reform. So here the faculty engagement and with the faculty engagement and support, the students are supported. So we have had a lot of training sessions with LCI, NCW, sorry, that is LIC, NCW. We are involved into judicial training as well. Then we definitely ensure admission of best test, and that is why we have a separate national level examination, and we do not go by the score of any other examination. So for getting admission in Symbiosis, you'll have to appear for the SLAT examination, which is a mandate. Then quality assurance and benchmarking is something which we are focused upon. So in order to achieve that benchmarking and quality, we do have certain exercises like open house or midterm review, wherein the student and the faculty do interact periodically with each other. Now, moving on to the point that I said, that because Symbiosis Law School is a pathway to global legal education. Now, I'll go to those points. Why do we say that it is a pathway to global legal education? So we have 4 points regarding that. First is the activity approach. Now, activity approach means that we have designed our curriculum and we have designed our pedagogy in such a way that students are involved in student exchange, and there are visiting faculty coming from international institutions to Symbiosis Law School Pune, which gives you a global exposure during studies only. Then we have a process approach, wherein the curriculum and pedagogy is designed in a manner which benchmarks with the international standards. So we, while preparing the curriculum, we do see what the industry standards are. At the same time, we also look at the international standards, the all big law schools that are there across the world, which have gained a good ranking in ranking framework. We do benchmark our curriculum with them, and we do offer research collaboration with other institutions. Then we have an ethos approach, which is a language and cross-cultural competencies. So for any kind of global exposure, you need to have certain commands on language, and that is why we offer different languages as in the curriculum, like Spanish, German, French, etc. So these languages are offered, and the students can definitely learn these languages. And we have a dedicated course for this cross-cultural competencies also. We then move on to the last, that is the competency approach. Now here competencies approach, we have faculty from varied background. Okay, we have faculty and students from India and as well as abroad. Okay, we have institutional networks with different colleges across the world, wherein we do have certain kind of exchanges, be it research exchanges or teaching exchanges, wherein students are involved completely. Now, what are the legal opportunities? Now, when I'm saying that there is a legal exposure or it is a pathway to global legal success, what are the opportunities that are there? So there are multiple opportunities, but recently there are certain opportunities which are evolving. Okay, like international arbitration and dispute resolution is one point which is evolving these days. International trade and investment law, cross borders mergers and acquisition or TMT law. So these are something which are related to the corporate side or global contracts. Then we have environmental law and climate justice, climate change being one of the most significant problem we are facing these days. Environmental law and climate justice, which means that how law will be able to curb this climate change, is something which is evolving these days. In the criminal laws also, there is transnational criminal law. Then we have private international law, wherein just like Indian laws which regulate marriages, migration contracts, there are how are these managed when you go to any other country, and that is what private international law is all about. Then we have certain facilities or certain opportunities. These were the areas wherein you could explore the opportunities. Now there are certain uh, job opportunities, I would say, wherein there are international law firms. So you can become an associate or partner in such law firms. Then there are multinational councils or multinational corporations there which hire in-house counsels. Then there are international organizations like the World Bank, the ADB, the United Nations, the UNDP, UNICEF, etc., wherein they do appoint legal officers. Then we have NGOs and international human rights organization, wherein you can go for legal advocacy. And there is policy formulation and development also, wherein they do provide legal advisory roles. So these are the international or the global legal opportunities that students have actually got after passing out from SLS Pune. Now, what is so unique about the BE LLB and BBE LLB honors program? So, as I told you, this honors program is offered specifically in SLS Pune, not in any other institute of SLS. They offer BE LLB and BBE LLB. So, these honors are specialized courses. Now, here in these programs, you are being provided specific training on the moot courts. Now, you must be knowing because you are going for legal education now. So, you must be knowing that how important moot courts are or moot court training are. So, we have a dedicated lecture, which is a US faculty. So, a faculty from US comes to India and they do teach how the mooting should be done, how the memorial should be drafted. Then we do provide opportunity to go for a JD program, that is the student exchange program with University of Arizona, Penn State, and many other in UK. Then there are semester exchange programs that are there. The study tours are there, and we have diverse career in top law firms. So we have a dedicated cell for career and personal development, which is a placement cell, which do provide you with opportunities for internship and placements. Now this is the graph for internship and placements that is there are the details. So this is only regarding the international placements. Now there are various domestic placements also that do take place, or domestic internships also that are being provided by our college. But because the focus is on the global education these days, that is why I'm highlighting the international packages. So the highest package that has been backed by the student of SLS Pune is 52 lakhs per annum. That is the international package, and the national highest package has been 19.5 lakhs per annum. Then the international recruiters are Baker McKenzie London, Linklaters LLP London. Then there are 14 sports law Portugal, and there are various other international recruiters who are there. We do not only provide placement, but we do provide internship opportunities, which have been converted by the students by their and by the college's efforts to PPO, that is the pre-placement offer. So there have been around 53 students who have secured the international internship. So some of the companies are written here on the right side of the screen, like the Sagar Matha Community Development Center in Nepal, then International Union Against Lungs and Tuberculosis. It's a New Delhi organization only. But then we have Asha Kiran Kendra Birjung. We have Al Tamimi, that is in UAE. So we have a number of companies and number of organizations wherein we have provided with the international internships. So that's all from my side. Now we'll take up certain questions and answers if there are any.
Ma'am, I'll go
Thank
first
you so much.
because there's this one particular question that a lot of our students keep asking all the time, that between the BA and BBA, if they get a choice,
Hmm.
what should they choose? And another thing is that, is there a difference? So for example, if I go ahead with BBA, so will I have some restricted job opportunities, or will BA let me to have some restricted opportunities, or it's just about the subjects that I'm going to study, but when it comes to opportunities it's going to be same? So I have been explaining this question to my students all this while, but it's going to be really good if you can help them.
Okay. So, as far as the curriculum is concerned with regard to BA and BBA, it is only the first 2 years wherein there is a difference in the curriculum, and that too only in the BA and BBA subjects. All the law subjects that are taught are same. So, for BA, you will be taught with sociology, history, economics, such subjects. And while if you're opting for BBA, you will be taught accountancy, managerial economics, and business statistics, organizational behavior, all those subjects. While all the law subjects that are there in the first and the second year, that will be same for both BA and BBA LLB course. Now, as far as opportunities are concerned, there is no difference in the opportunity. So you will not be restricted even if you are opting for BA or if you are opting for BBA. All the fields are open for you. It is just a graduation degree that is attached. So while choosing or while opting BA or BBA LLB, you can definitely go with your intuition or maybe go with your skill, that if you're good in BA subjects or if you're interested in BA subjects or BBA subjects, you can opt that. So it will never impact your job prospects in future. Yes.
Definitely, I'm sure that is going to help, because it's more like, when we tell them in house, they're like, no, 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 you may not be the right person. But if the moment they hear it from somebody who comes from the college,
Right.
it gives
Right.
them enough confidence that yes, it's same.
Right.
Also, ma'am, there are a couple of questions that students have posted in
Hmm.
the chat box. If you can go through and, or should I read it for you? If
No, it's okay. I'll go through it
All right.
and I will definitely answer. Okay. So what is the difference between honors and plain? That is what is the first question. So as explained, that honors is a specialized course. So after completing your graduation or this course BLLB or BBLLB honors, you will be specialized in a particular field. Okay, like constitutional law, corporate law, IPR. So these are certain specializations. That is the only difference. While the core subjects that are being taught in normal BLLB and BBLLB course and honors course are same. But there are some more electives that are being offered in the honors course. That is the difference. Then, when will we get our results for SLAT? The results are the date has been told, that is 26th of December 2024. Then would there be any different procedure to avail for SLAT official mock 2? That I think your institute would be best able to tell you about, that
We
what
do
is the
have
procedure.
5 specific mock tests specifically for SLAT.
So
So,
yes,
yes. So, all of you who have not attempted yet, I would suggest you start preparation, start attempting those mock tests, so that you'll get a used to with those questions. Generally, it's not going to be that difficult. So your preparation would be slightly less as compared to CLAT.
correct. Now, will there be VAT this year? So there will be no VAT this year. We have done away with this VAT 2 year last year only. So we have not had VAT last year also. And this year also, we are not going to have any kind of writing ability test. So you need not prepare for any written ability. The previous slide, I'm really sorry. I have seen the message right now. You can definitely ask your mentor. They will share
Yeah, yeah.
you
We'll
the
share
slide.
the slides with all of
Okay.
you.
Now cutoff, every year the cutoff is different. So you will have to target around 80 to 85% of marks to be able to clear the cutoff. Okay, so I cannot tell you whether the cutoff was 30 or 40 or 45, but it ranges between 80 to 85 every year. So that is the target that you should focus upon. What about the ranking of other SLS, Hyderabad and others? So for that, you can go to the NIRF ranking website and you can check the website for that. How to cover legal GK? So legal GK, basically you will have to focus on two categories, that is static GK and current. Okay, so in static GK, you will have to focus on all the history and who was the first, who is who, all those things with regard to legal as well as other arenas. So in GK, it's not only legal GK that comes, but all aspects of GK are there. While our focus is majorly on current affairs. So for current affairs, I'll definitely suggest you to go through newspapers every day. Do read the opinions and the editorials that are given in the newspaper, which will give you perspectives at the same time information also. Now, with regard to fees, for Symbiosis Law School Pune, I can tell you the fees is 4,78,000 per annum, which can be paid in two installments. The details are given on our website, www.simlaw.ac.in. So you can see all those details from our website. So the fees is displayed there. Then what resources should I use to crack the SLAT examination? So officially, we cannot tell you any of the sources, but the syllabus is that you have to prepare for logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, legal reasoning, GK, and reading comprehension. So this is the syllabus. You can refer to any of the books that are available in market, but we do not officially suggest any of the books or study material.
Tell them to read the books that we have given them. That
Definitely. So you
includes
should.
everything. Yeah. And the mocks that they have at their disposal, they should be attempting it and
That's
analyzing it.
definitely, definitely. Then what is more important for SLAT, current or static? Both are definitely important because it's not that you have to just get the passing mark, you'll have to clear the cutoff. So both are important, but more focus will be on current affairs. Then should I do CA or CS with BALLB? That is your personal choice. Definitely, you will always have an added advantage if you go for any law firm or for any tax law firm or any such thing after your 5 years of graduation. Definitely, these additional degrees will help you. Ma'am, can interview be given in Hindi, English, or mixed? No, English is mandatory because ultimately that is the language we'll be teaching you in. So you should be proficient in that language. Okay. So, but definitely, I won't say that if you're not in good in English, you cannot appear for it, but you can definitely try to work upon it. You still have 2 months, and I'm really sure from the message it said that you will be able to give the interview and clear it. What is the syllabus for each section of SLAT? So for SLAT, as I told you, logical reasoning, it consists of all the questions from blood relations, age, logical reasoning, assertion, conclusion, statement conclusion, all those kind of questions. Analytical reasoning basically means basic maths. That is the elementary level of maths, interest, profit and loss, cost price, selling price, all these things will be there. Legal reasoning, you have to be aware about the basic legal reasoning that will be there. Then for GK, as I told you, current and static GK. And reading comprehension is that you will be given a passage and you'll have to answer the questions based on that passage. Difference between BA and BBLLB has been explained already. Then how many people write SLAT every year? So every year, usually we get around 30,000 applications, and we do select only a few of them, shortlist them based on the SLAT examination. Do 4 SLS have different cutoffs? Yes, definitely. The 4 SLS have different cutoffs. So it has, I cannot say that the cutoff for one particular institution is more always. Okay, it depends on the student's priority, which institute they are giving the priority to. So if a higher score student wants to go for Pune or Hyderabad or Noida, they will definitely have the higher score. It definitely depends on the priority of the student. Okay, how should I do CA and CS? That I have already answered. Cutoff also I've answered. Ma'am, is there any question that I have not answered? I think the questions are now repeated.
Yeah,
What
done.
is the difference between CLAT and SLAT? So the only difference is that CLAT is for all the national law universities, while SLAT is specifically designed for Symbiosis institutions, the 4 institutions. So that is the difference. Syllabus is almost the same. You can go through the syllabus individually. Ma'am, so we can't come to SLS Pune after 12th for law. You can definitely come. So BA, BBLLB, the eligibility requirement is completing 12th standard. So you have to give the SLAT examination after or while pursuing your 12th standard or after completing your 12th standard. And then you can come to SLS Pune for law. The form fees So one question is that the form fees is so high, adding up all centers, the fees crosses 10,000. So in that case, if you feel that the fees is very high, you will have to choose very wisely that which course you want to go to and which institute you want to opt for. But be very mindful if you're saving your money here. At later point of time, you cannot say that I could not clear the cutoff for a particular college and I want to go to another college, but I've not paid the fees for that institution. So that cannot be taken care of at a later point of time. So you'll have to be very carefully choosing the institution and the program. uh, I think I have covered all the questions.
Anyway, so I see a lot of general question that why don't I feel like studying. See, these are the questions she and I will not be able to help you. These are the questions that I'm sure the batch mentor, your batch mentor would be the right person to help you with. And couple of other questions I see which are generally repeated, the difference between BA,
Hmm.
BBA, and the fee structure. So what we'll do, we'll share this entire recording with you in case you guys want to go ahead, watch it all over again, just in case you joined late or you missed a certain part of it. And
Hmm.
I think that is one thing. Secondly, in case I'm just as telling all the students, in case if you have any more further questions that are not in your head at the moment, but you would want to ask later on, so I would say you get in touch with your batch mentor and they would also be the right person to help you with. So I think, ma'am, anything from your end?
One question I think I'll take up. There is one person who has written that out of the so they have chosen for 6 programs, and I think remaining programs they have not chosen for. So will there be any problem? So there will be no problem if your child cracks that particular institution and program that you have opted for. But you still have time. If you change your mind and you want to pay the institution fees of other institution, you can still pay the fees. The time is still there. So till 20th of December, you will be allowed to pay the fees. So you can make up your mind and decide whether you have to opt for other institutions or not. So that is on you only. And there was one student who has written that the fees is too high. So banks do provide for educational loans. So if you're really interested in studying here, because there are various facilities that are being given to you. So definitely, if you want to study here, you can avail the bank schemes and the various schemes that are there for educational loans. So that's all from my side, I guess, and I can only wish students all the best. Okay, and please, if you have not filled the form, please fill the form because I don't want anybody of you to regret later on. So please fill the form and start preparing, practice regularly. That's it.
Fact, this is, I would say, very important because till last year, SLAT used to happen much later, and student got
Hmm.
a good opportunity to go through their CLAT results. And if at all they have not performed so well, they could opt for
Right.
SLAT. But considering that all the exams are happening together, it's very important that you go ahead, fill the form right away. Do not wait for your CLAT result or any other exam result, because in that case, they would be missing out on opportunity.
Hmm.
It's always good to have multiple options to choose from rather than just having one option and then waiting that if at all there is some anything better that can come up. So I would suggest
Right.
everybody that you go ahead, fill this CLAT form, start your preparation. Comparatively it is easy to CLAT and you will have much better opportunities. And I think you, ma'am would also be part of the team who would be teaching you in future. So you will get to
Definitely.
see her again. And yeah, that's all. So all the best. And thank you, ma'am, so much for joining us
Thank
and
you so
helping
much.
us with all the
Thank you.
queries, questions that students have.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much. And
much.
thank you for being a good host. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
Okay,
Good
bye.
night, everyone. Good night.